I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady.
I didn't expect media will be so dishonest and so mean. I didn't expect that. Also for me, I will fight for myself. I will fight for my name. They cannot damage my name and my reputation because it's not true.
Destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
This lawsuit wasn't just about money. It was a takedown of mainstream media lies. And now, The View could be finished for good. Melania Trump just won a $900 million lawsuit against The View, and the fallout is worse than anyone expected. This landmark case didn't just expose reckless journalism, it put the entire talk show industry on notice. But how did it happen? What exactly did The View say that crossed the line? And is this the lawsuit that will finally bring down the controversial talk show? The answers might shock you, because this wasn't just a legal battle, this was a power shift.
New York City and America needs their magic back.
And by the end of this video, you'll see why Melania's victory might have changed the media industry forever. For years, The View has been known for its heated debates and unfiltered opinions. But sometimes those opinions go too far. And this time, they didn't just cross the line, they obliterated it. It all started when Sunny Hostin, one of the show's most outspoken hosts, made explosive claims about Melania Trump. On live television, she didn't just criticize Melania. She made serious accusations that sounded like facts. According to Hostin, Melania despises her husband and has been faking her marriage for financial gain.
His humor, his personality, his kindness, he's very special. His positivity, his energy, it's unbelievable.
Now, in the world of daytime television, controversial statements aren't new. But this wasn't just a passing opinion. Hostin spoke with absolute certainty, presenting it as an undeniable truth. And that's where the problem started. Because these weren't just gossipy remarks. They were publicly broadcasted false claims about a former First Lady. And within minutes, the internet exploded.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the First Lady anymore.
Some viewers cheered, claiming The View was just telling it like it is. But many others, including legal experts, immediately saw a problem. Melania never publicly stated anything close to what Hostin claimed. And within hours, Melania's legal team made their move. They had one goal: hold The View accountable. And that's exactly what they did. Melania Trump has always been known for her quiet, composed demeanor. But this time, she wasn't staying silent. Just 48 hours after the shocking segment aired, her legal team filed a massive lawsuit against The View and its parent company, ABC. The lawsuit accused them of defamation, reckless disregard for the truth, and intentional damage to Melania's reputation. And this wasn't just about one episode. Her lawyers dug deep, uncovering a pattern of false narratives and targeted attacks. They argued that The View had spent years spreading misleading stories about conservative women. But this time, they went too far. The lawsuit demanded a staggering $900 million in damages, citing emotional distress caused by the false claims.
Our First Lady has been noticeably absent on her husband's campaign trail, but she just made a stop on Fox News to promote her new memoir. Apparently, she's answered personal and political questions. Take a look.
Reputational harm that affected Melania's business ventures. Financial losses due to sponsorships and partnerships pulling back after the allegations. ABC's legal team scrambled to respond, but behind closed doors, executives were terrified. Because this wasn't just a lawsuit, it was a potential career ender. If Melania won, The View could go bankrupt. And worse, it would set a precedent that could lead to more celebrities suing media outlets for spreading misinformation. The stakes had never been higher. When the trial began, every major news network was watching. This wasn't just a legal case. This was a war over media accountability. On one side, Melania Trump, a former First Lady with a legal team that wasn't playing games. On the other, ABC and The View, backed by some of the most powerful lawyers in the entertainment industry. From day one, the evidence was damning. Melania's lawyers played clips from past episodes, showing a clear bias and pattern of attacks against her. They even presented behind-the-scenes emails from The View's producers, suggesting that negative stories about Melania were encouraged to boost ratings. But the most shocking moment? A leaked recording from inside The View's production office. In the clip, a producer is heard saying, "It doesn't matter if it's true. If it gets clicks, we run with it." The courtroom fell silent. This wasn't just bad journalism. This was proof that The View knowingly spread false information. Melania's legal team pounced on this revelation, arguing that The View had been reckless, irresponsible, and malicious in their coverage. ABC's lawyers tried to backpedal, claiming the show was just opinion-based entertainment, but the judge wasn't buying it. After weeks of heated arguments, the verdict was in, and it was devastating for The View. The court ruled in Melania's favor, awarding her $900 million in damages, one of the largest defamation settlements in media history. The decision sent shockwaves through the industry, because this wasn't just a win for Melania, it was a warning to every media outlet that thought they could get away with reckless reporting. And for The View, this could be the beginning of the end. The $900 million ruling wasn't just a devastating financial blow, it was an existential crisis for The View. For years, the show had been known for its fiery debates, controversial takes, and no-holds-barred discussions. But now, they weren't just facing public backlash, they were fighting for their survival. Behind the scenes, ABC executives were in full-blown panic mode. The network had two options: appeal the ruling, a process that could take years with no guarantee of success, settle privately with Melania, but even if they negotiated a lower payout, the damage to the show's credibility was already done. And as bad as the lawsuit was, the internal chaos was just as brutal. Producers were scrambling to contain the fallout, desperately trying to repair The View's reputation. Top ABC executives were livid, blaming the hosts for pushing the envelope too far. Advertisers were pulling out, unwilling to be associated with a show caught in a major defamation scandal. And then came the biggest shock of all: rumors that certain hosts might be fired. Is this the end for The View? Whispers inside ABC suggested that someone had to take the fall. And while the entire show was in crisis mode, one name kept coming up: Sunny Hostin. She'd been the loudest voice in the controversy, the one who made the false claims about Melania in the first place. Now, executives were debating whether firing her was the only way to save the show. But firing one host might not be enough. Industry insiders began speculating that ABC might cancel The View entirely. After all, the lawsuit wiped out a massive portion of the network's annual revenue. And even if they kept the show alive, its credibility had been permanently damaged. The View had built its brand on being bold, unfiltered, and outspoken. But now, it was a symbol of reckless journalism and media irresponsibility. The fallout wasn't just affecting The View, it was changing the entire landscape of daytime television. Because if The View, a show with decades of dominance, could fall this hard, then what did that mean for other talk shows? And more importantly, would this case set a precedent for future lawsuits against media giants? Melania's victory wasn't just a personal win, it was a turning point in the fight against media misinformation. For years, celebrities and public figures have been forced to endure false accusations, misleading headlines, and outright fabrications. Most don't fight back because lawsuits are long and expensive. The media hides behind freedom of speech. By the time a lawsuit is over, the damage is already done. But Melania, she refused to let it slide. And now, her win is setting a new legal precedent that could have massive implications for media companies worldwide. In the wake of the lawsuit, other celebrities are reportedly considering defamation lawsuits against media outlets that misrepresented them. Major networks are rethinking their approach to reporting, fearing legal consequences. Social media platforms are facing pressure to crack down on misinformation. And while some argue this could threaten journalistic freedom, others say it's long overdue. For years, powerful media outlets have controlled who gets to be canceled, pushing narratives that destroy reputations overnight. But Melania's case just proved one thing: the media isn't untouchable anymore. And for those who built their careers on sensationalism and smear campaigns, this ruling just sent a terrifying message. Because if Melania could take down one of the biggest talk shows in America, who's next? As The View fights to recover from this disaster, one question remains: will this change how the media operates? Some believe this is the start of a new era, one where media outlets are finally held accountable for spreading misinformation. Others think it's just a temporary scare, and once the dust settles, it'll be back to business as usual. But one thing is certain, this case has changed the game forever. And as more celebrities speak out, sue back, and refuse to stay silent, the golden age of reckless media might finally be coming to an end.